THORSwap is one of the main interfaces for THORChain, and it does have its own token called Thor. A lot of people get the two confused, Thor and RUNE. RUNE is a bet on volume and TVL for THORChain itself, whereas THORSwap, if you're interested in investing in that, is more of a bet on volume through THORSwap and earning of affiliate fees. In this video, I'm going to focus mostly on THORSwap. Obviously, can't do that without focusing on THORChain at least a little bit. We're going to talk about what they've done lately, the tokenomics, which they have a cool burn feature that a lot of people don't know about. And then we'll check on the lending vote, because right now that is going on, and I think they only need like 5 more votes at the time I'm recording this. Right now, THORSwap is trading at 25 cents, and it has had a bit of a run-up along with the RUNE token itself, right? It was like 8-9 cents, and now it is sitting at 25 cents, so it's done about a 3x, had a bit of a tumble here, but, you know, traders are going to trade. It had an initial max supply of 500 million tokens, but some have already been burned. We're going to talk about that burning because it is definitely ongoing, which helps this fully diluted value number here look much better in comparison to its current market cap. Quick overview on the platform and what you are able to do in here. So you can do normal swaps using THORChain, right? But it also has DEX aggregation. So you could swap, you know, some of those long tail assets. If you wanted to, you could swap Bitcoin for maybe the Joe token. Let's actually try that. Here I'm on the swap. Let's see if I can swap some Bitcoin for some Joe over on AVAX. And if I had half a Bitcoin, would it be able to source that through DEX aggregation? And it looks like, yes, it will. And while we're here, I want to touch on a feature that just launched a couple weeks ago called streaming swaps. So as you can see here, if you want price optimized, that means the best trade that you can possibly get, and this is wild, then you can use price optimized. The streaming swaps here would take 1 hour and 11 minutes to make this trade happen. Or you could trade by 250 million was for community incentives, but the block rewards, the Thor rewards, the emissions were reduced to a point where it kind of didn't make sense to have that much, I guess you could call it overhead and held supply just sitting there. So what they decided to do was put together a burn. And essentially, as long as a certain level of volume is going through THORSwap, they will burn 3 times the emissions for the Thor token. So looking back on THORSwap, if we hover over this, let me zoom in. August burn trade volume, as long as there was 9 million in RUNE, then we were going to hit the burn target, which would do that 2.5 million burn this month. However, they have up to a 3x multiplier. So this is 469% of the target. So that means there's going to be roughly 7.5 million RUNE or Thor token that are going to be burned this month. In June, about 2.5 million Thor were burnt, and in July, 2.6 million Thor were burnt. And like we said, this next month, when this one wraps up, already, it doesn't even matter what happens the rest